2 years ago, I found out that my husband was kissing a man in the park, and he's telling me that he didn't do it.
Are you gay?
No.
You did have sex with John.
At least 8 times. I had him put out of my house. I had the cops come out there, escort him off my property.
So this guy totally made up this story.
Right, he said he was gonna ruin my marriage.
You lying to your wife is what ruined your marriage. You lying about your sexuality is what ruined your marriage.
Do you believe your cousin when he says that he had sex with your husband?
Yeah, I believe him.
I never touched that man. I don't mess with men, period.
Did you perform oral sex on him?
Yes.
Did he perform it on you?
Yes.
Russell was asked, did you have sexual contact with John? And the results for Russell's lie detector test is that
my boyfriend thinks that I'm off sleeping with other people.
She's lied to me so many times about other guys before.
He keeps track of the miles on the car. He checks the phone log.
Because I gotta know the truth.
Are you cheating on her?
No.
He came home with 2 hickeys right here. First, he tries telling me that they're from me. If it comes back, you are doing this to me, I'm gone.
And the results for your lie detector test, Robert, is...
My name is Jeanette, and 2 years ago, I found out that my husband, was kissing a black man in the park. And I confronted my husband, and he's telling me that he didn't do it. I believe him, but I don't believe him, but I also believe the gay guy. I believe the gay guy more. That's why I'm trying to find out the truth. After that, he let the dude stay at the house. He got mad. He started flipping out, started crying, doing that slobbering and all that. He wants me to believe him. I don't know what to believe. I don't. I want to know the truth today. If I was married to a man that's like that, I'd be mad, real mad, disappointed, crying, screaming. You don't have to just sit there and make a fool out of yourself or make a fool out of me. I love my husband a lot. I care about him. I hope that we can work this out. If he slept with a man, if he cheated with a man, then I don't know what to do. I might have to just leave him. Because I don't want to be with somebody that's going to be like that, that's going to do things like that. I feel really disgusting that he did something like that. If we have to go our separate ways, we have to go our separate ways.
John, that's your wife on the tape, and basically she's thinking that you've been with a man.
Correct. That dude that she's talking about, he came over to my house. He was a friend of mine. He can find a place to stay. I asked my wife said, yes, he can stay there. So we moved him in there. None of this I never knew was like that. When we found out, my wife sat there, called me on my phone and told me that he has a porn in my DVD player inside the house.
He's got a porn DVD?
2 men, or whatever,
2 men.
right. I don't tolerate like that. When I found out,
Did you watch the CD?
No, I don't play around. I have a wife, and that is my
Not curious at all?
I'm never curious over a man.
Okay.
Never.
Your wife on the tape talks about that you were kissing this guy.
That's not true.
Well, why is she under the impression that you were kissing this guy?
Because the individual had sat there. I put him out of my house because what was going on inside my house. He was watching porn in my house.
And who saw this?
My wife found it in the DVD player. I got back to the house, knocked on the bathroom door where he was hiding at, and when I put him out, I had the cops come out there, escort him off my property because of the drama that he's caused in my house. He's ruined...
The cops came?
Right. He ruined my relationship. He's ruined my marriage now by sitting there saying, when I had him put out, he said, I'm gonna make sure your wife thinks that you're gay.
Are you gay?
No.
Are you bisexual?
I love women only. That's it.
Have you ever been with a man?
No. I'm here today to take the results.
So this guy just totally made up this story.
Right. He said he was going to ruin my marriage, and he did.
And again, his motivation for this would be just because you threw him out of the house?
Right.
And how long have you known this guy?
I've known him almost half my life because of he owned a boxing arena.
So you guys all worked out together?
I never worked out with him. I was always with his training.
Okay, but I'm saying,
but he was never there. He was too busy out here doing what he had to do out here with other men. Jeanette knows this. Apparently, they used to be their cousins or whatnot. That's what he so-called said.
Your wife is cousins with the...
Supposedly, that's what was told to me the very first time when he moved in, because my wife is the one that gave the okay for him to move in my house.
Okay, so it makes a little more sense.
Right.
It's a family member down on his luck.
Right, exactly. But you're gonna sit here and put bad rep on me, put my manhood down, my dignity, because you want to think I'm gay. I'm not like that. I have a wife.
Well, if you were gay, there'd be
wife.
nothing wrong with it except the fact that you're married to a woman that thinks you're a straight man.
Right. What is the bottom line is, I'm here today to prove it to my wife. That is not me. I'm here today to fix my marriage.
So no sexual contact
None.
whatsoever with this guy?
None.
And since this came out, or he says that this happened, how has your marriage been affected?
It went all downhill. My wife put me in jail for false domestic violence. She ran to the police station, sat there, said that I hit her with a converter box in the head. She said I tried to stab her. It's all on report and documented.
Why would your wife do that? Did you have a good marriage before this happened?
We did, yes.
And you had no domestic violence issues
No.
before this guy came
It
into the
happened
picture?
last year for the domestic.
It happened.
Right.
And so since then, it's been...
Well, I've been away from my wife for 6 months. We just got back Thanksgiving Day. We got back together. I'm really happy that I got back with my wife. I'm here to take the lie detector test. I'm here to do whatever it takes. I can't take no more.
Does she believe you that you weren't with this guy?
And deep in my heart, no. I don't believe it. I don't
She
believe it.
thinks you were with this guy?
Right. She keeps saying...
Did she ever see anything that, you know, maybe she came home and you guys were both sitting in your underwear?
Accusations.
Or...
No, it's accusations that people's telling her, so she's believing it.
Like what?
Me kissing in a park, whatnot, this, that, whatever.
And these are other people saying it.
Right, whatever the accusation.
What's the motivation for these other people to be saying this?
She's passing it and telling her family and everybody else that that's what I am.
All right, and when was the last time you saw that guy?
The day I kicked him out of the house. It's been a couple years now.
Well, he's here. Let's bring that guy out. His name's Russell.
Good.
You gonna sit here and lie? That's how you feel?
I'm gonna sit here and lie because I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't even touched you
And
or
we ain't
anything.
never had sex. All
No,
the times we done had sex together, you gonna lie about it?
Get the lie detector
You gonna sit here and lie to my face? You gonna help your marriage? You definitely need some counseling.
You need counseling. You need counseling, dog.
Don't touch each other.
You need counseling. I ain't never touched you. I ain't never did. Get the
All the times I came over to the house and you left and told Jeanette we was going to the store.
Get the lie detector now.
That's what
Stop
you
with
need
the lie
to do.
detector. Talk to him.
I have never done that. That's my wife that you ruined.
How is you supposed to help
You
your
ruined
marriage?
my
How is you
marriage.
gonna help your
You ruined
relationship
my
and you gonna
marriage.
lie?
This is my
I
marriage.
ruined your marriage?
Right. You sure did.
I ruined your marriage.
You sure did.
You
Having
lying
that
to
shit
your
in my-
wife is what ruined your marriage.
Oh, I'm lying.
You lying about your sexuality is
I'm
what
lying.
ruined your marriage.
I'm
Do you know
lying.
how hard it is for me
That
to
is
be
my-
here
that
and
is
say
my
what I'm
wife.
saying right
I
now?
don't care. That's my wife, and you're gonna tell her that.
You really do need some help.
You did have sex with John.
At least 8 times.
Do you believe your cousin when he says that he had sex with your husband?
Yeah, I believe him.
I never touched that man. I don't mess with men, period.
My boyfriend, he came home with 2 hickeys right here. First, he tries telling me that they're from me. If it comes back, you are doing this to me, fuck off.
And the results for your lie detector test, Robert, is
My husband was wrongly accused of being a sexual offender,
Daniel was indicted for sexual penetration of a 5-year-old.
and my kids are being taken away from me. It's ruining my life. I wanted to come here to prove his innocence so we can be together.
You're a liar and you're a child molester. You did this to me.
You're not going to go after him. If you do it again, you'll be leaving the studio in handcuffs. He took a lie detector test.
Yes.
What if he fails the test?
Then that's my proof to leave him.
The next Steve. Why don't you tell me what your relationship was like with him?
Me and John, like he said, we done known each other for pretty much half our life. We grew up in the same neighborhood together. You know, during some unfortunate circumstances that we both ran into, you know, I exposed my sexuality to him. At that time, he told me that, you know, he wasn't into that. You know, maybe it might have been, you know, under different circumstances, maybe think different because he may have thought about it before, but it wasn't like that. Some years passed. You know, I ran into John again. We exchanged numbers and got in touch. I called him up a couple times. Actually, he was staying with Jeanette at the time. I came to the house, came and got him. We left, you know, and we were involved in some other stuff that we probably shouldn't have been involved in. And during the course of that, we had sex.
Would that happen to be drug use?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So you're using drugs and things got crazy.
Yes, it did.
What exactly did you do?
You know, we performed oral sex on each other.
I don't think so.
And why would you say something like that?
I had no reason to lie. Like I said, Jeanette's my cousin, you know, and after hearing what she had to say, I mean, really, if he want to act like such a creep,
That's my wife.
you know, and want to sit there and lie, how you going to lie to
That's
your
my
wife?
wife that you
claim that
sit
that's
here
your
and
Were
wife,
you having
that's your
sex
wife?
with him while he was married?
No.
No.
Okay, so this
You
happened
never
before.
Prior
had
to
sex
them
with
being
me
married.
at all.
Okay. Does your cousin know that you're gay?
Yes, she does.
Okay. In all fairness, wouldn't you say, hey, you might not want to marry that guy because I was having sex with him?
Thank you. There it is. There it is. Like I'm gonna sit here and do some stupid like that for you.
Actually, the last time I seen
I want a
was
man
the
for it
time
when I
the
want a
police
woman. A
escorted me
woman
from the
could please me
premises.
better than a man.
So
Nigga,
if
you
when the
ain't
police
doing
escorted
nothing
me,
like
I had
that.
no more contact.
Right.
I've had enough run-ins with the law.
How many
where
times
I didn't need that problem.
did you have sex with John?
At least 8 times.
Wrong. Let's get the lie detector test. Let's
Did
bring
you
the test.
did you have sex while you lived with him?
Yes, only one time inside the home.
You gonna sit here and put that on me? I want the lie detector test to prove to you and everybody else, so I clear my name. I'm
You know
not gonna
what?
sit
You know,
here and
that's
take
your problem. You constantly worried about what everybody else thinks. The only
My
person you need to
problem
worry
is
about You need to worry
That
about
is
what your
my
wife
wife.
thinks and what your wife knows.
That
you need
is
to tell
my
your wife. But you don't need to sit here and be lying about the situation
out here
is.
saying that
Now,
I'm-
choose to
Stop
continue
swearing.
to engage in sexuality with other males or not. That's your
got
business.
no preference
but
for you males.
The thing is
thing
you
is,
need
my
to tell
wife
your
is
wife
right
the
here
truth.
right
Your wife
now.
needs to know. I realize how difficult this is for him because it's difficult for myself.
And what's your motivation for telling his wife that?
My motivation for telling his wife this is all the tragic stuff that I've done to his wife, other people, you know, even at the time they weren't married, but the fact that we still had sex in
We
their
ain't never
home,
had sex.
you
We ain't
know,
never had sex.
And you're right, you know, maybe I should have told her that you don't want to marry this guy.
We ain't never.
I didn't realize
Never.
that the situation was really like it is right now.
Man,
I
you got
really
me-
think
you got me
that it's
twisted.
in her best interest, and I want the best for her.
You know what? So I'm going to have John leave the stage for a second. I want to talk to him, and we'll bring you back. Are you maybe doing this, telling the wife that you were having sex with her husband because you were angry about being kicked out of the house?
I have no anger about that. I mean, I understand that the situation is what I was involved in. You know, there was a child in the home, you know, but under the influence of drugs, I wasn't thinking about that type of stuff at the time.
So
know.
you're saying you did have sex with John?
Yes, I did.
And on numerous occasions?
On numerous occasions.
And your feelings towards John are?
I mean, I care about John, you know, not in a romantic type of way, but as a friend. You know, I mean, it's sad that he could sit here and lie, you know, so blatantly and claim that he loves his wife, you know, but yet you can't tell your wife the truth. I feel that that's terrible. And out of my love for my cousin, I think it's best for her to know the truth and she can make her own decision on what she chooses to do.
All right, well, let's bring your cousin out and you can tell her. Hello, Jeanette.
Hi.
You haven't seen your cousin in a couple of years?
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Obviously, you know some of the things that your cousin said, but here's your chance to talk to your cousin.
Jeanette, first of all, you know, I really want to apologize for disrespecting you and your daughter in your home. As I said, you know, I was under the influence of drugs, which, you know, I no longer indulge in now. I mean, it hurts me to come here and say this, but, you know, I really do love you, and I think it's best that you know the truth so that you can make your own decision. I'm so sorry.
Jeanette, you recently got back together with your husband, and do you believe your cousin when he says that he had sex with your husband?
Yeah, I believe him. Yeah, I believe him.
And when your husband, he obviously denies it to you, right?
Yeah, he's been telling me that he hasn't done anything with him. He's been telling me he hasn't done anything with nobody, but it's hard to believe. There's another girl that I know, and she said she seen him in a park kissing a black dude.
Where's she at? Bring her on the
Do you know the difference between them two people? You know.
All right, well, let's bring out your husband and hear what he has to say.
Honey, I'm coming to you right here, right now. My wife is right here. I ain't never
never done that. I've always loved you from day one. When I brought you out of the house where you were at, this is where my heart stands. It does not stand for no man. It stands for you.
Why is he sitting here telling me that you did it?
Why is he saying that, honey? I never touched that man. He a sick, ignorant little. I can't say
you're
it.
sick. You a bastard.
Well,
You're sick.
Did you perform oral sex on him?
Yes.
Did he perform it on you?
Yes.
Russell was asked, did you have sexual contact with John? And the results for Russell's lie detector test is that
He keeps track of the miles on the car. He checks the phone log.
Because I gotta know the truth.
are you cheating on her?
No.
He came home with 2 hickeys right here.
Did you ever have oral sex with this guy?
Never. Never in my life. I would drop it on my grandfather's grave, and the Lord dropped me right here, right now.
Well, your grandfather definitely turning in his grave right now.
Let him turn because he know I ain't lying. The test results will prove it.
That they will.
Now, you took a lie detector test before
Yes,
the show.
I did.
And you were asked whether you had sex with John?
Yes, I was.
And you feel confident that you passed the lie detector
Absolutely, 100%.
test? And if his lie detector comes back and he's telling the truth and he says that he had sex with your husband,
Oh, it's over. It's over.
what if he said, yeah, I had sex with him, it's true, but it was before we were married, I was experimenting, and it's never gonna happen again?
I don't know, but I don't know. You still should have told me anyway.
No, he should have told you.
Still should have told me. Instead of hiding it, and being, excuse me, and being in my face, lying to me. I don't appreciate that. No, I don't.
The lie detector
John,
will prove it.
is what he says the truth about the both of you using drugs together?
I do. I smoked weed.
Yeah, I heard about that, how you smoking crack.
No, I don't think so. Get it all on. Let's do the test, please.
Before we do that, but wouldn't you say if you were smoking crack that maybe, you know, crack does crazy things to you, maybe that you're high on crack, yeah.
Probably so. I don't.
So you could have done something with him.
No, never. Never. Never in my entire life would I've done that. Period.
Even on influence of crack?
Never in my life.
He's saying, hey, you guys used to use drugs and...
Yeah, you know what? You don't know what love is, do you? When you come in there and take somebody's marriage,
First thing about love is trust. You can't
Where's
have
the
trust if
trust
you're going to sit there and lie to your wife.
Okay, where's the trust? You gonna sit there and come out here
You
and say...
tell me where to trust that. I have no reason to sit here and lie.
As soon as it comes out here,
She just
we
sat
see
here
who's
emotional
trust.
in tears, and you're
That's
going to
my
still
wife.
sit here and
That's my
lie.
wife. I'm trying to prove to my wife that I ain't never like that I have a wife. I don't need a man. No
about a
man
lot
can
better being honest.
satisfy me. Let's do this.
Did he or didn't he?
Yes, he did.
If he didn't do it, I'm going to apologize. I will apologize. But if he did,
I can do it.
bye.
You don't...
Right, you did it already.
You don't know if you could do what?
I can accept your apology, but it's going to take a lot to build this back, Jeanette. I've been trying to prove to you, as your husband, as a man, how much I love you.
You ain't been doing nothing
Right.
but smothering me.
Right. How am I smothering you?
All up in my
when
face,
I know-
crying,
Right.
slobbering.
A
I'm
man's
tired
supposed to
of
stand for his woman. She's supposed to stand for her woman.
He was slobbering?
that. We all slobbering and crying. Tell my baby, please come back to me. All that.
All right, John, you took a lie detector test. I'm going to bring out my lie detector administrator, have him come out and explain your test.
How you doing, Steve?
This is Dan. He administers all our lie detector tests. Why don't you explain John's examination?
Sure. John's exam, unfortunately, is going to be scored as no opinion or inconclusive. John had told me a little bit about medical history that he has and some medications that he takes. And even though he didn't take the medication today, some of the medications are long-lasting and have an effect. So in all fairness, as a polygraph examiner, I have to give him the fairest test possible. We're not able to score his results.
Okay.
I'm here to fix my marriage, and that is the bottom line. I'm telling my wife
But
the
you were
truth.
able to administer his test, right?
Yes, he was extremely testable.
Okay, let's get to those results, Tom. And in fairness, we had your results, John. They did come back inconclusive. We like to be fair, and we administered the test. How many times did you give it to him?
I believe I tested him twice.
Twice. Thanks for coming out there.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.
So you couldn't get a conclusive test result for your husband, but now if his comes back and he's lying, would you be open to taking back your husband and making it work?
Yeah, if he's willing to work with me and trust me and
And if
everything.
your cousin
yeah.
has passed the
and I'll
test?
put my trust back in him. But if it come out positive, I mean, that
he's told the
telling
truth?
the truth, it's over.
Did you perform oral sex on him?
Yes.
Did he perform it on you?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Let's get to the results.
You can walk out my life all you want to, Mama. I'm telling you the honest to God truth.
Russell was asked, did you have sexual physical contact with John starting in 2004? He answered yes. Did you have sexual physical contact with John when you stayed at his house 2 years ago? Yes. Did you have sexual physical contact with John when his wife left the house? Yes. Are you making up a story about having sexual physical contact with John to get back at him? You answered no. And the results for Russell's lie detector test is that
You are the father.
get off my stage. Russell was asked, did you have sexual physical contact with John starting in 2004? He answered yes. Did you have sexual physical contact with John when you stayed at his house 2 years ago? Yes. Did you have sexual physical contact with John when his wife left the house? Yes. Are you making up a story about having sexual physical contact with John to get back at him? You answered no. And the results for Russell's lie detector test is that he has told the truth.
I never did that to him.
little female dog.
You done? I never touched him. You gonna tap your husband like that? You done with me and I never touched him?
I'm done with you. You little liar.
Because I'm not lying. I told the truth. Mine's inconclusive. I don't know why it came inconclusive. I never touched him. You were my wife. You were my wife.
You stay here and made me.
I said I came for the truth to prove to my wife. I'm not like that. And no way in heck I'm like that. Seriously, I don't play around like that. I only love my wife. I did not ever have anything with you.
Truth is out. Why you still lying about it?
Give me a test. You know what? It's out. Okay, inconclusive. Give another test.
It's over.
No.
It's over. I'm sorry.
The way you act, the way you keep saying it, it makes you
I
look
never
guilty.
done it.
I think you did sleep with him.
No,
I
I don't think
he
I
loves
did.
his cousin. He seems the most genuine person up here. I think he's.
did that. I never did that. On everything. I can get on my knees right now and kiss this damn floor. I never did that to
I think
her.
the guy, it's hard for him to come out and say these things.
I'm the one now because of inconclusive. I'm the one that's got to sit here and be the one, okay? You can't trust me by my word. You can't trust me by anything, honey. You put me down. You do everything. Your man coming to you with truth. No, I ain't.
I would say he's gay. He's gay.
Okay, I am not gay. I don't take men. I love women. I've been with my wife for so long. I don't even want to look at a man.
Why the hell did he come up with a
I
positive
never
test?
did nothing to him. I don't love no
You
man.
don't love me.
So I don't.
That is not called love when you.
Don't. I don't love you, but I sit here, do what I got to do, Mama, to make sure my wife has a roof over her head. I try to do what I got to do. He sat there specifically, made it plain and clear when I put him out of my house.
So
I'm
what
going
I'm
to make
saying
you
is
lose
if-
your marriage.
if he hasn't
there it is.
if he hasn't-
I keep that right
if he-
there.
John,
it's all there.
John,
Sorry.
if he hasn't slept with them in 2 years and maybe it's something that happened, he's saying he loves you, is there any chance that maybe you could go to marriage counseling, save your marriage, kind of forget about this, that this happened?
That is my wife. I love my wife from the bottom of my heart.
Is there any chance?
That is the only thing I have in my heart. My family and everything always is down on my ass because I came back to my wife.
Stop
Down on
rambling
myself.
on.
Down on my tail because I came back to you, Jeanette. You were my wife.
John!
See, that's why. That's why we don't work out. Look at how he talk. Look at his mouth. That's all he do. This. I'm sick and tired. I think I might be done.
Baby, look what you do with me. You sit here, you beat the crap out
So
of me
you're saying
all the time.
not even the sexual context, it's the other behavior that you're just tired of it altogether.
There's another reason why I'm about ready to change my mind, because you keep calling me the N-word and I don't like it.
No. I was coming like this.
You know what? I'm just going to say, this is your wife, okay?
Right, that is
and
my
she's
wife.
saying you're using that word to
I'm
her.
not using
You're
it.
a piece of garbage. Get the hell off my stage. I mean, if he's calling you that, then you don't need to come to the show to know whether you should be with that guy. If he's talking to you. And you know what? You probably should have told her before they got married, but you know what? At least you came forward. It's a hard thing to do, I'm sure, to admit to somebody, a family member, that you had sex with her husband, that you're doing drugs. But you came out and you gave her the truth, and that's you redeemed yourself in a small way to your cousin, I think. And honestly, your marriage, besides the sexual contact with your cousin, it doesn't sound like you had much of a marriage to begin with. I know you might care for him, but it sounds like all you're doing is fighting, arguing. Sounds like there's some physical abuse going on there. What I'd like to do is I'd like to help you, get you counseling, and help you get through this, okay? Let's go. We'll get back in. Thanks for coming out.
My boyfriend thinks that I'm off sleeping with other people.
She's lied to me so many times about other guys before.
He keeps track of the miles on the car. He checks the phone log.
Because I gotta know the truth.
Are you cheating on her?
No.
He came home with 2 hickeys right here.
My guess is Vanessa. Vanessa, why are you here?
My boyfriend had called this show. He is having trust issues with me. It all started when we moved to Texas, the very first start of our relationship. I was sitting outside against our front door because I was stressed out. And this guy came up to me asking me if I knew where to get drugs. He looked like he was out of it. I told him no, I didn't know where to find anything, and he just sat down at the end of the sidewalk and kept on talking. I only said, okay, really? Robbie came outside, basically told the dude, you need to get and leave. You need to go on. Rob had was talking to me, yelling at me, saying how I knew this guy from somewhere, there was something going on. 3 years ago this had started. I was like, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
This was 3 years ago?
3 years.
And this is carried on?
Still.
Because some guy came up on the street and asked you about drugs?
That is what started it. At first, I told him, I'm sorry that you feel that way. You know, what can I do to make it different? Basically, in his words, he didn't really want me talking to other guys. It makes him uncomfortable. So I got a job in Texas, moved, left my friends, my family, everything to start a new life with him. And I got a job as a waitress. And then he meets up with an old friend of his who happens to be a girl. Okay. They're going to the beach. They're going out to eat. She brings him to the restaurant where I'm working, requests me as a waitress.
Okay. Well, why are you putting up with that? If he's coming on you for talking to some strange guy asking you for drugs, but then he's going out with his old girlfriend and they're going to the beach and
I was assured that nothing was going on. I was assured. And he's
So what was he saying?
guy.
We're just friends? We're just hanging out?
We're just friends. We're just friends. As the dates continue on, he doesn't like that expression. To me, they're dates. And if I was doing that, they would be dates. So as the dates continue on, I get mad and frustrated. Everybody at my job tips in to buy me a bus ticket to go back home. So I go back home.
Where's home?
Iowa. So I go back to Iowa. And Rob calls me, tells me he's not going to talk to her no more. He has a job. You know, he's going to help out with the bills. He's going to quit drinking. And he's going to change for the better. So we come back to Texas, and we get into an argument because he thinks that I don't want to be with him and that I'm off sleeping with other people.
You're not cheating on him.
No, I'm not.
You're not sleeping around.
No.
So what do you want to happen?
I want to prove to him that I'm not, but I also want to be proved to myself that he's not putting his guilty conscience on me.
Did you take a ride? And you have a baby together.
We have a 15-month-old baby.
So this is serious. You have a child together. This is your son. So there's something involved here.
Yeah.
Did you take a lie detector test before the show?
Yes, I
And
did.
he did too?
Yes, he did.
All right, let's bring Robert out.
I want to know the truth, you know. You say you don't want to make the guy that comes up to you at 3 o'clock in the morning asking you for drugs mad. Who cares if you make him mad? You're hiding behind a locked door inside the house with me to protect you.
You were sleeping. It was 3 in the morning. I was stressed out. I'm the only one who's working.
You couldn't go in, lock the door, wake me up and be like, Robbie, there's some creepy
He
dude
was
at the door.
sitting 3 to 4 feet away talking. What harm is that doing?
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and the dude's on drugs.
Okay. Do you love her?
Yes, I love her with all my
You
heart,
have a
Steve.
beautiful little boy together?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So do you know, do you know that, okay, she talked to some guy who was asking her for drugs. Have you ever, any other reason why you know she was cheating on you?
Because a group of guys at her work wanted to take her out to the bar.
Yeah.
And
guess what? Guys want to take chicks out all the time. I mean, do you love this girl?
Yeah, I love her with all my heart.
With
She's
all your
beautiful.
heart? Well, then, if you love her with all your heart, if you really don't have anything on her as far as cheating, why not just give her a pass?
No, what I don't understand is if he can sit here and say he loves me, but he can't trust me. He keeps track of the miles on the car. He checks the phone log.
Oh, Lord.
He tells me how much time I have to do on the laundry one day. You
I
gotta be
never
home.
told you how
When
much
I
time
went to
you
go
had
do
on
track the
laundry
mileage?
the day,
No?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Admit it.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
you do.
Rob, you fished at me saying there was 30 miles.
Why do you keep track of the mileage?
I don't.
No,
don't
you know
keep
you
track of the
do. No,
mileage.
you know you do, because just the way
thing
you...
was reset, and I go into the car, and there's mileage on it.
All right. Have you ever seen her kiss a guy?
No,
You ever seen her sleep with somebody else?
no,
You ever catch her in bed with anybody else?
no.
Okay, hold on. No, we're forgetting something.
Are you... Wait, hold... Yeah, we're forgetting one thing. Are you cheating on her?
No.
Okay, he came home with 2 hickeys right here, long and thin. First, he tries telling me that they're from me. okay? So I give him one on the other side, because I don't give long and thin, okay? I got big fat lips. I know what my hickeys look like.
Everything that he's saying kind of makes me want to tell you, run away.
If it comes back, you are doing this to me, I'm gone.
And the results for your lie detector test, Robert, is...
You are the five.
Get off my stage! Are you cheating on her?
No. I don't have a reason to cheat on her. Look at her, she's beautiful.
No, she is.
We have a beautiful son together. I do not want to mess that up. I do not want to bring my son up in a broken home.
Well, okay, if that's the point, then why beat her down for supposedly cheating on you, which she says she hasn't?
Because I gotta know the truth, just like she has to
I'm
know the
telling
truth.
you the truth. I've been telling you the truth. I don't know what else I have to do. That's why we're here.
Don't you just look at the woman you love and say, you know what? I have faith in you. I believe what you tell me.
I try, but she's lied to me so many times about other guys before.
What have I lied about?
You always sit
Well, why are
there-
you staying with the liar then? If you know she's a liar, why are you staying with the liar? Why stay with the liar? If you know she's lying, that she's a liar, why stay with the liar?
Because I love her and I hope
Oh,
she'll change.
come on. Find somebody else that doesn't lie, that you love.
I've lied to you once, Robbie, and that's before our relationship even started because you told me it disgusted you when a black man and a white girl was together. Why would I tell you something like that, thinking that it would hurt our relationship? Just because we have different opinions about that.
Whatever.
Whatever. Is that not true?
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, everything that he's saying kind of makes me want to tell you, run away.
You're not the first. You're not the first.
You know, mileage, he doesn't like, you know, the color of the guy that you slept with, you know, question you. I mean, I don't
That's
know.
not even an issue.
It doesn't sound like there's a lot of, love there. Is there anything that you guys would like to tell each other before we get to these results?
If it comes back, you are doing this to me because of your conscience, I'm gone.
I love you. And I'm not cheating on you. You gotta believe me.
Have you cheated on her?
No.
Dude,
Come on, man.
you're so busted, and I haven't even read the results yet.
Well, then we'll read the results and find out.
What do you think they say?
That I told the truth?
Really?
Yeah, because I did tell the truth.
You might be the guiltiest person ever. I mean, really. You can't even hide it. If there was a jury right now, guilty, life sentence. Have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Vanessa during your relationship? You answered no. Did you receive hickeys from another woman? You answered no. And the results for your lie detector test, Robert, is that you did not tell the truth.
That's
You know what? My gut feeling said it. My gut feeling
is
Get away from me. No, just go.
If I cheated on you, why would I call the show?
To prove a point of some stupid way,
To
I don't
get
know.
caught? I don't think so.
Maybe you thought you could fool it.
How can you fool it?
I don't know.
No, you can't. That's why you failed.
I did not fail.
Why don't you just admit it?
Because it never happened. I didn't do it.
If he doesn't admit it, then it never happened. You can go to hell.
If you love her, you'll take her and say, I'm sorry for whatever I did, and I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna be a good father and a good person to you, a good lover, a good boyfriend, whatever you are, and walk her right out of this studio.
I'm gonna be the best I can for you. I'm gonna be a good father. I'm gonna be a good boyfriend. And we're gonna go and live a happy life.
And I'm not gonna stress you out anymore.
There's no more stress, no more assumptions that you're messing around on me.
And I trust you, and I don't even need those results. I'm taking you out of here right now.
Let's go. Let's go back and work through this because I did not cheat on you.
I can't accept that. You've lied to me straight to my face before. Can I just go home? I just want my son. I just want to go home.
Vanessa.
Maybe she just needs a little time. Maybe she needs a little time. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can take all the time you need. And you can go be with your son. You got your head on straight.